will now convene the meeting of the corporation. The meeting will come to order. It's customary for the chair of the board of the Valley United Way to briefly address the state of the organization at the end of the meeting, and I would like to do that now. My remarks are fairly brief, after which there will be served. It's been a very interesting year at our United Way, and I'd like to use our campaign chair, Joe Padlero, to illustrate. If you recall, last year at the kickoff at Center Stage, we showed you the first in a series of videos asking the question, where is Joe Padlero Jr.? Actually, another way of asking that would be to simply say, where is our United Way? I'd like to take a couple of minutes to answer that question. The obvious and easy answer is that the United Way is firmly entrenched in our new offices in the old Lafayette School. But upon closer examination, you'll see that we are not alone there, but rather with the entire community. We promised that our offices in the Levites and Matthews conference rooms will be a hub of nonprofit activity, and during the course of the year, we have provided free space for everyone from the Valley Council for Health and Human Services to the American Red Cross. Groups have come to the room for committee meetings, board meetings, CPR and first aid training, mental health training, OSHA regulation training, and last week we even had a training on community and patio gardening. In short, it has become the community hub that we expected it to be, and we are pleased that the Junior Achievement is also maintaining space within our office. Through the efforts of Joe and his outstanding campaign committee, you can also find United Way in corporations and other organizations all over the Valley, raising the funds needed to support the important work that has funded our programs. Through the work of our agencies, you can find the United Way at organizations all over the Valley providing those needed services. You can find the United Way in the gymnasium at the Boys and Girls Club, providing safe, healthy, and enjoyable activities for the children. You can find United Way in the homes of seniors, being served nutritious and affordable meals provided by Team's Meals on Wheels program. You can also find United Way accompanying the visiting nurses as they provide excellent home care to those in need. You can find United Way on the waters of the Housatonic River at the Recreation Camp in Derby, teaching children to swim, kayak, and sail. Or you might find United Way at the Girl Scout Camp in Oxford or the Boy Scouts Camp Strang in Goshen, teaching young men and ladies the benefits of the great outdoors. On a more somber note, you can find United Way at the Spooner House, offering shelter and food to the homeless and hungry, or at the Domestic Violence Center. Domestic Violence Center's home, providing a safe retreat for unfortunate victims of domestic violence. Or you can find United Way alongside the Rape Crisis Center as they help a woman through the trauma of assault. If you look closely, you can find United Way with the Parent-Child Resource Center or Catholic Charities, providing much-needed counseling service to various populations in the Valley. I could go on all night about the services of our funded agencies, but you'll also find United Way all over the Valley through the efforts of our volunteer council. When the High School Volunteer Council is bringing area high school students together on volunteer involvement, you will find United Way there. When the next generation of young leaders is sending a team building weekend in the woods at Camp Jewel, or working with postal letter carriers on food drives, you will find United Way there. When our incredible corporate volunteer council is conducting a food or clothing drive, providing holiday gifts for the needy, or clothing 200 needy children for a new school year, you will find United Way there. And yes, every other year, when you find CBC building a house made out of food to feed the hungry, you will find United Way there. September 28th this year. You will also find, thank you, Pat. Pat's our organizer for this. You can also find United Way working in partnership with many others to make this a better place to live and work. In difficult times, you will find United Way with the Connecticut Department of Labor and the Greater Valley Chamber of Commerce visiting with employees facing layoffs to inform them of community services to help them through their transitions. You will also find United Way working with the Chamber and the Valley Council for Health and Human Services to develop new leaders in the Valley through the Leadership Greater Valley program. You will find United Way working with the Early Childhood Task Force to ensure that every child has an equal opportunity to succeed when they get to school. And on a lighter note, but just as important, you will find United Way working with the Valley YMCA, Griffin Hospital, and the Greater Valley Chamber of Commerce to promote wellness throughout the community corporate hub. Valley United Way's presence in the community stems from the work of the campaign team mentioned earlier, and we'll hear more about that later as well. However, I want to commend Adrian Cabral and members of the Allocation Committee who have They have the difficult job of reviewing the requests for funds raised in the campaign, and they continue to do the job extremely well, as you can see in the annual report. Thank you, Adrian, and the committee. I also want to thank our treasurer, Greg Stefano, and the finance committee for the great job that they do. They managed to keep us on track for the good times and the lean times as well. As you can see from the financial report, we had a good year last year, and the work ensures that we maintain an even keel regardless of what we face. I would also ask the members of the board of directors to stand and take a bow for all the hard work that's due and put in during the past year. Board of directors, stand up please. As we go through the rest of the evening, we will have the opportunity to meet and thank many of the people who make United Way's presence in the community possible. But let me conclude my report by saying that Valley United Way is alive and well and thriving as your United Way, and helping every day to make this incredible place, what we call the Valley, such a great place to live and work. Thank you.